Black Supremacy. This is Palmetto Star, the Ratchet Revolutionary, but you can call me Prophet. Prophet Rovette of Black Supremacy and author of 3 Steps to End Racism right now. Heaven and hell. People talk about that as far as in a religious context as being destinations for the soul. If you're good, you go to heaven. And if you have bad deeds and sins, then you go to hell. But for the black supremacists, heaven and hell are just locations on your journey. How strong is your calling? So, people talk about heaven and hell as sort of a final destination for our resting place for our soul. If you have good deeds and good thoughts and you repent and you in the name of Jesus and all this other stuff, then you go to heaven. Where every good person is, or every person that repented at the end of their bad life is, or you go to hell if you're unrepentant, if you are a sinful person, if you have a lot of bad deeds and bad actions and you've done a lot of bad stuff, then you go to hell. But we're constantly creating as black supremacists, and you create your own heaven and you create your own hell. And even heaven and hell, there are different realms of heaven and there's different realms of hell. There's different realms of these places. There's not just one static location. Hell is located on the corner of Ralph David Abernathy and Divine Street. You feel me? Like, it's not that. It's not just like one static location. You are constantly creating. You create your own heaven and hell. There are different realms of hell. There are different realms of heaven. You go through these different realms and you travel through these different realms of heaven and hell. And to me, it's just, how strong is your calling? Are you limited to these locations? Are you limited to heaven or hell, or limited to just these places? Are you limited to these realms of heaven or hell? In black supremacy, we create our own realms. We create our own worlds. So I may go to heaven, then visit heaven, but I create my own realm ultimately. I don't want to go to heaven. I don't want heaven. Heaven is not a destination where I just want to just be at for the rest of my life, or be at for any extended duration of time. Now I have experienced heaven, and I have created my own hell. And the thing is, a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with duality, these things are happening simultaneously. Heaven and hell are happening simultaneously. And you realize what it is. You realize you're in heaven when it seems like the people that are against you and your enemies and all of that, it seems like they cannot touch you. It seems like you are above them, literally. Like you're looking at them from like a castle window, and you're like, why are you guys doing that? So that's one realm of heaven. Where you're just an observer of all of these things and you're sitting there and you're looking like, okay, why are you guys doing that? Or just observing. So that's one realm of heaven. And then one realm of heaven is, you having what you created in your mind. In your mind, you have exactly what you created. And that is your heaven. You know, you are in your heaven exactly how you had it envisioned. You know, this is happening, that's happening. You know, and it's just like how you envisioned it. And that is a realm of heaven. That's a realm of heaven. That's a realm of, you know, a mastery of being able to manifest your thoughts and become to that reality. And I'll tell you, I'll bring it to a personal level with me. You know what I'm saying? I had a vision of how I wanted my family to be. You know what I'm saying? How I wanted my family to be. And for a period of time, you know, I was it was happening just how I wanted it to happen. You know, I was in a relationship with two women that I loved. I loved them very dearly. And we, in that relationship, there was a child being born. We would all meditate, all plan for what's happening with the child, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I was, you know, was going to school at that time, graduated from college, you know, so a lot of stuff was happening that was so great and so grand, and I was like, wow, this is heaven. I felt like I loved where I was, and that was something that I created. I had created that in my mind as far as like what I wanted my family to be like, you know. But you know, things happen, and it's not like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not like how I envisioned it anymore. You know, it's not like that particular vision, which I think was just for a particular time period, you know, where I had envisioned, you know, us all three of us being together, me and my two wives and our child and all that stuff like that. And it was great for a time period, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that was my heaven, you know what I'm saying, to have all that. You know, and that was heaven. That was a realm of heaven. Now, you know, and what's funny is, even though that's not happening right now, even though that those exact circumstances aren't happening now like they were before, my family is still as I envisioned it. You know what I'm saying? It's still how I have made it, you know what I'm saying, and how I created it. You know what I'm saying? So it's still there like that. You know what I'm saying? Black supremacy. What's going on? Consciously create. Hey, link up with me, family. But yeah, it's not I mean, it's just how I envisioned it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not exactly how I envisioned it. But I'm still in a realm of heaven, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in that realm of heaven, but heaven and hell are just locations on a journey that lasts forever. You're constantly going. I think that's limited creative thought to be like, oh, I'm going to heaven or I'm going to hell, and to gear your whole life to go to heaven. No, nobody tried to go to hell, I guess. But to try to gear your whole life to go to heaven, and you know what I'm saying, and do all that stuff like that, that's limited creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, heaven is just a location. You know what I'm saying? Or you can pull up, be like, hey, what's up? What's going on with you guys in heaven? You know what I'm saying? And keep going to your other spots, man, to your other creation, and constantly create. See, the thing is, we got to realize that on this journey of black supremacy, the only way to achieve immortality, which is black supremacy, that this journey is forever. It's not a set destination. We're not going to a destination. You know what I'm saying? As a God, your journey is forever. Going through the cosmos, going through the darkness, going through the blackest of black, and creating further, and creating more, and creating higher, and going to higher and higher realms. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you know, the chakra system and the crown chakra. That's the chakra. That's the final chakra. You know what I'm saying? But we extend further than even the chakra system. You know what I'm saying? You can meditate further and go further than the chakra system and all of that stuff like that. So we got to realize what's happening and realize what's going down. You know what I'm saying? We got to, because heaven and hell are just locations. They're just locations. You know what I'm saying? That you are constantly creating. You constantly are creating your heaven. You're constantly creating your hell. But why would you even call where you're creating heaven or hell? Why would you even call it that? You know what I'm saying? Because it loses its power when it's heaven or hell. Because it's like that's someone else's creation. You know what I'm saying, that you're playing on. And we gotta be able to extend further than heaven or hell. Heaven or hell are just locations to a destination that is never ending. It never ends. It never ends. You know what I'm saying? Even in the they say your soul goes and burns in hell forever, or you're in heaven forever. So they're admitting it never ends. It never ends. So why would you limit yourself to heaven or hell? How strong is your calling? My calling is so strong that I am just going for it with the calling. I am traveling that road regardless of where it takes me. Because I know at the other end there's victory. I know during that I will have success. I know that, in the midst of this journey, that I will be fulfilling my destiny. So how strong is your calling? Are you willing to go through heaven or willing to go through hell? If you're not willing to go through hell for your calling, then your calling's not strong enough. If you're unwilling to go to hell for your calling, then your calling is not strong enough. That's why, these going on the Christian religion, and it teaches you to be docile and weak. Because even Jesus Christ went to hell. He went to hell. Read the book. So to say that, you make all these things and you're in church and you're praying and doing all this stuff and not cursing, so you will so eventually when you die sometime in the future, you will go to heaven, and you're just scared. Let's keep it real. If you're calling what you are here to do and your mission on this planet should be strong enough for you to endure and go through hell if need be. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to hell for mine. I'll go through hell. Hell is not stopping me from doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Hell is not stopping me. Jail is not stopping me. I don't care. I'm going to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Your hell or your jail does not deter me from doing what I need to do. My journey and my calling is stronger than hell, jail, or heaven. I'm not limited by your perceptions. I'm not limited by your narrow creative mind. I'm not limited by that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you say I could go to jail for that. I don't care if you say I could go to hell for that. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I need to do, and I don't care what you had to say about it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So none of that is going to deter me, from doing anything that I need to do, because my calling is stronger than that. You're not going to be able to intimidate me out of my calling. You're not going to be able to say, oh, you're going to get 25 to life. You know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Where the judge is like, oh, you get 20 years for that. Trust me, been through that recently. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. You know what I'm saying? My calling is stronger than that. You know what I'm saying? My calling is way stronger than that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where it's going to lead to. You know, I know what my life's mission is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be deterred by anything that you have to put out there. Anything that you have to put out there. Whether it be some mythical hell or whether it be oh, you're gonna get, time for that. No, fuck no. And fuck the police too. Just, I mean, that's a tangent, but let's go there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So heaven and hell are just locations on your journey, and there is no destination. You know what I'm saying? So create your own heaven, you create your own hell. There's many realms in both of those constructs. But why even choose to be in those constructs? You know what I'm saying? There's different realms of that. You know what I'm saying? So breaking out the loop, that's what it's about. 3 steps to end racism right now is breaking out of this loop that we find ourselves in every 150 years. Where black people do go to a collective realm of hell. You know, it's a hell of servitude that they do every 150 years. They want you to choose a side. Are you a patriot or are you with the British or the Patriots? Are you with the Confederates or the Union? Are you with the Democrats or the deplorables? And they make you and there's this false choice that they give you. Meanwhile, when you're giving your energy to them, they click up and they're like, okay, well, you guys are going to serve us, ultimately. So yeah, so we got to get out of that paradigm of heaven and hell. And 3 steps to end racism right now is about getting out of that loop. It's about getting out of that construct. Peace. What's going on, Ahava? What's going on? But it's about getting out of that construct and creating your own reality. You know what I'm saying? So that's what 3 steps to end racism right now is. It's a very powerful book. It's online. You can read it for free. But I do encourage everybody to get the hard copy of it. Let me see. I got the hard copy right here. Yeah. So I encourage everybody to get the hard copy of this, and because it potentially will not be online, forever. Because it is a book, and it has real solutions. And I know how censorship goes. I've been deplatformed before deplatforming was even a thing on these social media sites, and my website has been hacked into. They took down my websites. They took down the websites that I didn't even own that just had my mixtapes on there. Pink Power Terrorists did that because they just didn't want my voice out there. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it is to be deplatformed. 3 steps to end racism right now has all the language that they do not want you to listen to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it's about getting the language right. So I implore everybody to read it online, but also to get a hard copy, because they cannot erase a hard copy. They cannot deplatform what's in your library at the house. And you know what I'm saying? And they can't deplatform it or take away that. So inbox me for a hard copy. I just actually read, for the first time, I read the whole book to my little girl last night. I read it before she went to bed. I read the whole book to her. You know what I'm saying? And it took me 45 minutes maybe to read the whole book. I wrote it to be read in one sitting. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit down and read it, and there's no excuses to why you don't have these solutions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit down and really literally read the book in one sitting. And so, facts, Noble, facts. So yeah, that's what they do all the time. Matter of fact, now I don't want to get on a tangent, but yeah, they create their own reality. Talking about creating our own reality. Google does that all the time. by limiting what you can see, and you type in certain things and it's completely racist. You know what I'm saying? It's completely, you type in something and it's just going to show you this most stereotypical stuff ever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they create their own reality. So it's about creating your own reality. So 3 steps to end racism right now is about getting out of that loop. You can actually support via Cash App. You can support the craft via Cash App at Palmetto Star. That's $ Palmetto Star. Or you can go to the patreon.com. You can call me Prophet, and you can support there as well. Because I am coming out with more books. I'm coming out with a children's book next. And you know what I'm saying? I definitely want you guys to be part of that creative process. On the Patreon, you can call me Prophet. On patreon.com, you can call me Prophet. You could actually get exclusive material. I'm coming out with different versions of the book. That's what's up. But I'm coming out with different versions of the book. So, limited edition versions and stuff like that I haven't announced yet, but I'm coming out with different versions of the book. So, I definitely want you guys to be part of the process. So go to my patreon.com. Patreon.com/ okay, sorry you got this. I'm on melanatedpeople.net. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. So, I'm doing all these things at one time, y'all. So, just bear with me. I'm sorry about that, you guys. But, so you can go to my patreon.com and be a part of that. Patreon.com. You can call me Prophet. Cash App, Palmetto Star, and hit me up in the inbox for so that you can get your free hit me up in the inbox so that you can get a hard copy of 3 Steps to End Racism right now. I was actually sending out some hard copies on Saturday, but the post office, even though Google said the post office was open till 2, all the post office were closed at noon on Saturday. So I wasn't able to mail those copies off, but I am going to be mailing them off Monday. So you guys look forward to that. Look forward to sending them out. Shout out to everybody that has got a copy. Spread the word, spread the message, because it's very important that we do that. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we spread the message, because they're not going to give you the solution on Google. You can't Google 3 steps to end. You can't Google end racism and get a solid solution about how to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't Google any solution for the black community, because they want to keep you wrapped up in the issue, and they want to keep you wrapped up in the problem. You know what I'm saying? An analogy that I often make is that, when 1 + 1 is 2, okay? So when we're looking from above that and seeing the 1 + 1 = 2, you can see that. But if you are the one, if you're in there, if you're in the midst of the problem, it's hard to see the solution. You know what I'm saying? Because of the circumstance and experience that I have had of creating off the great communities where, I'm able to feed, clothe, and shelter families, and seeing black people free, I have a certain vantage point to be able to see how to end racism. You know what I'm saying? I'm delivering this to you because not everybody has that same being able to see it and being able to see what free black people look like, because most people have never been free, honestly, in their whole life. They are constantly being told the word. They're constantly being, told to go through these institutions of pink power. They're constantly being, monitored and measured in this racism, and they don't know how to be. They don't know what it looks like to be free. You know what I'm saying? So 3 steps to end racism right now is a unique vantage point to be able to have a solution. For that. I know. It's my phone, Noble. It's my phone. I do keep on getting bumped off here, but so I encourage everybody to read the book online. You can find the link in my bio. Hit me up in the inbox so I could mail you a free. I can mail you a hard copy, and we'll just do it like that. And I just encourage everybody to be aware, stay vigilant. Black supremacy.